Are we ready?
Yep.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
We're on and we're back together.
Hello.
Yay.
Hello, finally.
Finally, after all this time. So you all settled in now?
Yeah, so. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we can sleep and we can sit, so yeah, and eat. So yeah.
But you just got boxes to sort, and
Yeah.
I think when you move you do though,
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah,
You don't.
yeah,
You have
yeah.
all the boxes.
Yeah.
So today is episode 30. And this episode has come about
Thought it was episode 31.
no, it's 30.
You did 30 the other day, didn't you?
Did I do 30 the other day?
Sure you did.
Oh well, if it's either 30 or 31, so we'll wherever it is, we'll put it in the description box. You see, I've done videos while June's not been here. So what was it? So this episode is for new grandmas, who, you know, ladies who are going to become grandmas or granddads. Sheila from Sew Yarn Arm sent us an email, didn't she?
Yeah.
And she is going to become a first-time grandma this year. And she just asked if we could give us some recommendations for yarn. Patterns, what yarn we would recommend, and patterns and any tips and tricks that we've got.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this is what this episode is all about. It's about patterns, yarn for babies. So where would we like to start? We'd like to start with the knitting box. Before we go any further, all our social media links are in the description box below. And everything that we talk about here today, the links again will be in the description box below.
They will.
So, shall we talk about the knitting in a box baby boxes first?
Yeah.
So, we were asked, a couple of months ago now, wasn't it, to do a review on knitting a box. And this one's February and you've got March.
I think it was February when we got.
Yeah, we got the February. Yeah. So we found that the yarn and the patterns in these were really very well thought out.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to include them in today's episode. And we will put the link to the company in the description box below. So I'm going to share with you what's in actual February. And it is one of our favourites, isn't it?
King Cole.
King Cole. And this is the King Cole Pure. It's called Baby Petal. It's pinks and greys and whites. And it's premium acrylic, 70% premium acrylic, 30% polyamide, approximately 256 yards. 235 metres, and this is by King Cole, obviously. Now, we prefer using an acrylic yarn for babies, especially for first-time mums. We all like our bougie yarn and yarn that's got wool in it and that, but for a first-time mum, she will not have the time to hand wash, you know, woolly
Bougie yarn.
Yeah, bougie yarn, wearables,
Garments, yeah.
you know, garments. And babies are always being sick, or it comes out the other end, you know, if they're poorly and whatever. And we found acrylic is the better yarn. Even an acrylic cotton blend, you can get some of that. But we, all through when we had our children many years ago, we always used
I don't think there was
acrylic.
any bougie yarn when we had our children, did we?
No. Although knitting was still a big thing then.
Yeah.
In the 80s, wasn't it, when we had ours?
Yeah.
So
I think we used to pay about 79p for a 100 gram ball, didn't we?
Yeah. I mean, so this is a beautiful, lovely and soft, and especially as it's got polyamide. It makes it even softer, the yarn we found. So that's that. And you get the pattern with this, you got other goodies as well. So you get a pattern. The reason we like King Coles, as we say, we get more than one pattern. And then it does the sizes. Sizes for, they go from a 14-inch chest and upwards. When I don't know what size, when I knitted my babies, I always did the 16-18.
Yeah.
I never went below that because sometimes babies, they vary in size. You can't always, but I always like to do a bigger size as well because, they'll grow into it. You'd be surprised how quick a baby gains weight. And so I kind of I maybe did 1 or 2 of the first size, which was for a smaller baby, and then I did did bigger ones, the bigger sizes, and I did go off the recommendations for the actual cardigan measurement, the length, and that, and I think it comes with experience, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it does. Once you've made your first one, and you can just go on from that and adapt.
Yeah, and it depends on whether you're a loose knitter or a tight knitter as well. That has a lot to play as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I think if it's your first time making baby garments, I think it's good to do a swatch. And then you can tell, or if you know what your tension is like, if you knit wearables for yourself or that. But if you're new to knitting, I would recommend you do a swatch. Then you know what your tension is. If your tension is what they recommend they usually recommend 4-inch, 10 centimetre square or 4-inch square, and there's so many stitches per, and I'm trying to look for the tension. Oh, here it is. So on this pattern, for example, it says tension, and that means the swatch.
Yeah.
So on here it says 21 stitches by 40 rows, and it should measure 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres, which is 4 inches. And I would highly and they give you the needle size. So if you use a 4mm needle, which in the old money is an 8, and for DK, which is a 3-weight, you can more or less guarantee that the needle size is a 3.25 and a 4mm, or in old money a 10-inch and a 10
size 10,
a size 10 and then a size 8.
Yeah.
Because the bigger the number, the smaller the needle.
Yeah.
And that, so I would highly recommend you do that if it's your first time making knitted wearables for for babies. If you've made wearables for yourself and you know what your tension is like, then you should be able to just go on and do it. And the abbreviations, what they use as well. I mean, we noticed. June and I have been knitting for a long, long time, and we've noticed the change in the abbreviations, hasn't they? Kind of where old school we know PSSO is pass slip stitch over, and then
knit 2 through back of loop is now
KTBL.
Yeah, that's what it used to be, but now isn't it slip one, knit through the back of them.
Yeah.
So yeah. I prefer the old way.
Yeah. So we just, kind of, we know how to decrease and increase. So we just do it how we've always done it, and it never looks any different. So, but so that is what we would recommend you use. Non-pilling acrylics, but whatever acrylic it is, we would recommend acrylic or a cotton acrylic blend, or acrylic with polyamide, which is
which is, I think most baby yarns are made with that.
Yeah, it just gives it that extra softness.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of yarns that we've used. We've used well, June has, because June's done a lot of baby knitwear, haven't you? I've not. I've not done anything except baby blankets. So Wendy Supreme DK is is another good one. This is soft, and this is again premium acrylic, and it's 100 grams, and you can see the squish factor in that.
Yeah.
And then your favourite Shepier's Chunky
If you're going to
Monkey.
make, to me, pram sets, quite a lot of the young ones especially, they like to have pram sets where it's the cardigan and the hat, which, as you know, I made for one of the girls from dance. I made her 2 pink ones, which she was made up. This is to make another one for her. So I like the Chunky Monkey. Shepier's is a Chunky Monkey. It's just so soft, and honest to God, they knitted up beautiful.
They did.
And I have got quite a few baby patterns to recommend for the Aran. You can also, I've got chunky ones as well, but yeah.
I mean, even though it's Chunky Monkey, it's an Aran, which is a 4-weight, guys. So that's another one that we King Cole Baby. This is, this one was in aid of Turkey, Syria earthquake appeal. That's a long time, that's a few years back.
Well, I bought that. That's the one I got from Black Sheep Halls.
Oh, really?
When we went to that spring sale that you had.
Oh,
I remember.
Oh, yeah. So, again, this is premium acrylic. King Cole. You can't go wrong with a King Cole yarn, guys. I
like him.
Yeah.
I like it. I think King Cole and James C. Brett and Wendy are my favourite for acrylics.
And then an Aran, Wendy Aran. They actually got a Wendy Chunky as well now, haven't they?
Yeah.
So
I haven't used that yet. I haven't, because that's obviously for someone else to make a pram set for.
Yeah.
But I haven't tried that yet, but I will let you know how that turns out.
Yeah. So it's really, really nice and soft. This is lemon. A real nice yellow, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you want to show your box?
So another box that we got on the Knit in a Box was the March one, Baby, and it's for a boy. Sorry.
It's okay.
And obviously King Cole. So King Cole, this one is like a pram set but for double knit. So it's the cardi, the hat, the pram blanket, and the mitts and hat, which I think is, Now this one does it for sizing. So let me just show you on the pattern. If you can see, it starts from newborn, and then it goes 0 to 6 months, 6 to 12, 12 to 18, 18 to 24. Yeah. See?
Yeah. So some patterns are really good and go with the months.
Yeah.
And some go with the size.
Yeah.
So a 16 is a 0 to 6 months, and an 18, which are the sizes that I would do, which is a 6 to 12 months. So it's kind of really good. And I'm sure on the internet they've got a site. If you type in Google baby pattern sizes, and that. So what number was that?
Sorry.
Yeah.
5928.
Right.
And with this one, it's King Cole Baby Big Value double knit, and it is 100% acrylic. There's 320 yards and 290 metres in it.
That is lovely.
And that's, what colour?
Is it?
Doesn't say, does it?
No.
But I'd say that's a mint.
Mint green.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's another one, King Cole acrylic.
Yeah.
But some of the acrylics I've got are baby, but some aren't.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just as soft, aren't they?
Yeah, just as soft.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, kind of the squish factor and that,
Yeah.
and not everybody. We are very lucky that we've got Black Sheep Wools, which is our local yarn shop, and we can get to, you know, to squish them. So that's why we've given shown you a different variety of double knits, not necessarily baby yarn, but you know, we kind of do, as you said, the acrylic. They've used them on baby, and they wash beautifully.
Yeah, I think I used Sirdar as well, didn't I, on one?
Yeah. So I've done some homework, and I've looked on Wool Warehouse, which have got a real. You can go on Wool Warehouse, and you can. There's a section which says patterns, and you click on that, and a box drops down, and then it says baby. If you click on that, all the baby patterns drop down, that they've got drop down. Also, if you put baby yarn as well, they've got that. So there's such as, they've got Burnett, they've got Lion Brand, they've got Signet, Drops Baby Merino, King Cole, Yarn Smiths. Now that's what I want to talk to you about. Yarn Smiths yarn. I've used it for socks, I've used it for a sweater, and they do have Yarn Smiths Baby 4-ply, which is a 2/8, which starts at £2.40. They've got Aran and they've got DK in Yarn Smith. So I would recommend you have a look at them yarns. They're really good quality yarn, but inexpensive. And I do believe, I'm not sure whether it's the Aran or the DK, they've got an offer on at the moment. If you buy 4, you pay £10 for 4 balls, skeins, whatever you call them. So yeah, Black Sheep Wools, they have got as same Stylecraft, Sirdar, James C. Brett. They've got Sirdar Snuggly in cotton, and they've got Flutterby, which is like a chenille.
That was the one I made, wasn't it?
Chenille. King Cole Cherish is another one. Hayfield Baby Blossom, and obviously Shepier's Chunky Monkey. So those two companies, obviously Black Sheep Wools is a bricks and mortar, but also has a really good online shop. Wool Warehouse, I know if you spend over £30, I'm not sure if abroad it counts, but if you're in the UK and you spend over £30, I think you get your postage free. So yeah, and so we've done that. So do you want to show us some of your patterns?
These are only a few that I thought were nice for me. So when my boys were growing up, I made them all the same. Even though I didn't know whether I was having a girl and boy, but I wanted all boys. Because when I had Craig, I was convinced I was having a little girl, and I made pink. And my mum secretly made me something blue to bring the baby home, because she had a feeling I was having a boy. I don't know why, but I had a feeling because I carried him different.
Yeah,
I was having a girl. So I'd made all my patterns that I made for Ian, my eldest, I made for Craig, I made for James. So I wanted to find these patterns. Sorry, I need to get it up. I wanted to make these patterns that I had made for my boys when they was babies. So one of them was, if I can bring it up, was that one, if you can see.
Yeah.
So that one, which is called Tawny 9723. I made the full set for all 3 of my boys. Where's that one now? Sorry. Got one more, if I can find it. There. It was a Paintings fairy tale listing, yeah. And I made them all this. The only thing I didn't do was I didn't knit the feet in. I made them so I could put little boys' shoes on, and I made them over.
What's the number?
7178. And then there was one more that I'd made, and I think I made Linda's eldest. Let me just find it. So I went on to find all these. I just typed in on Google. Sorry. It's right at the bottom. There you go. I basically typed on vintage, went on and put on vintage patterns, and then thought, right, it was either it was either the 70s or 80s. So I put the 70s on to begin with, and I rooted, and I think they had about 100 pages actually on them years. And I thought, no, I'm not going, I'm just going to carry on till I find it. And I actually found it because I wanted it, basically. So it was this one. But I don't know how I made it, but I didn't make it in 3-ply. I made it in double knit. That one, this pink one, pink and white one.
So it's Peyton's Fairy Tales, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's number?
1300. And believe it or not, that pattern cost 12p.
I know, it's ridiculous.
12p.
When you think how much we pay for patterns nowadays, you can pay anywhere up to £10 for a pattern.
Yeah. So I got them, and obviously I had to purchase them. I think I paid maybe £3 or £4 for them each. But if you're a knitter and you knitted, can remember some of the stuff that you made for your children when they were growing up? If you just go on to Google or just go on the internet basically and just put in what years. So I know my boys were born in the 80s and 90s. James was 91, Craig was 89, and Ian was 85. So I knew that them patterns that I'd made were either from the 70s or the 80s, because of how early Ian was born in the 80s. And that's why I went on, because I thought, no, I want to find them. So my other patterns that I thought would be good to show was a mixture of chunky, double knit. I think one of them's a 4-ply. It's the same pattern, but you can make it either double knit or Aran. If you make it in a double knit, it's 0 to 3 months. If you make it in an Aran, it comes out to 6 to 12 months. But there are two designers that I go to. I know it's just here. It's called Designed by Tracy D. I don't know whether I found her on Facebook.
Is it Tracy E-Y or just Y?
Tracy and then D. Yeah. So I found this pattern. I'll take them out the pouch. So this so this is the one that if you knit it up, it's the same sizes for both ones, but if you knit it in a double knit, it comes out in 0 to 3 months. If you knit it in an Aran, it comes out the next size. Was it 6 to 12? Yeah. So depending on what yarn you make, you could make that in double knit or in an Aran. And it is lovely. And she does have loads of patterns online that she sells. And then another one I got of hers was this one. She's named them all. They've all got names. So that one's called the Isaac. Yeah. And then this is the Reese. I made this one as well. And this is 16, 18 and 20. And that's a hat, a cardigan and a little pair of booties. But these are, sometimes I like to go to small businesses, and
support
small businesses, So there is another one, there's another lady, I think it's Donna.
Is it Donna?
Yeah. Designed by Donna. There's another lady, she does have loads. She's another one that I like to go on. There's another one designed by Tracy. And this is for a 20-inch chest child.
And it's that one,
Isaiah. Yeah. I think these two ladies, designed by Donna and designed by Tracy. They named theirs. They haven't got numbers on their patterns. They name. But for a 20-inch chest of this one, it takes 400 gram balls for the full suit. How beautiful is that?
That look lovely. So there are plenty of
baby
patterns out there, guys.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
what you like to use.
Yeah.
We've nothing in crochet, and I don't think
No.
we've ever, I think the only thing I crocheted was for our niece Andrea. I crocheted her a baby dress.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the only crocheted wearable I've made for
Yeah.
a baby, and I think I prefer knitted to crochet
Yeah, yeah.
wearables.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So then another one I got was another pram. I mean, when mine were all young, I used to have the pram suits. Instead of the snow suits, I'd have the pram suits for them being in the prams.
Yeah.
So that's another one. That's a king curl. But as you'd expect from king curl, that's exactly what you're going to get in your pattern. It's called an outdoor set. And the way they've not got the feet in the pants is exactly how I made all mine. Just had the knitted cuff and then put little boys' booties on. And this pattern is from premature baby to an 18 months. And that starts from a 12-inch chest.
Yeah.
So prem 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9. Now 16 is a 3 to 6 months on this pattern.
Yeah. So all patterns vary.
And with that one you get the jumper. I mean, sometimes I think the patterns, the way when they knit the patterns, I think the yarn doesn't give the pattern doesn't give the pattern justice.
No, it doesn't.
And then so I think of it, I don't look at it in the colours that it is. I look at it in what I'd have for a baby.
Yeah.
A baby, like a proper baby colour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't let the colours of the yarn anymore put me off the pattern.
No.
I just buy the pattern now.
Oh, because we've been to British, to Black Sheep Wools today. We've been there today looking for a sweater pattern. But the yarn that you're using to show the patterns, guys, the patterns look absolutely revolting. And it's only because we've stood and we've looked at the pattern itself, the written instructions and that we've kind of said, yeah, well, we can adapt that to what we want, you know.
I mean, don't get me wrong, some of the yarns, I mean, I think that is lovely. I do think that is gorgeous, that colour. But me and Linda suffer with OCD where yarn's concerned, and that mismatch would just get on my nerves.
Oh yeah, it would mine.
Yeah.
It would mine as well.
Yeah.
That's why I do a lot of my wearables in, you know,
plain
solid colours.
Solid colours, yeah. So my Chunky Monkey, if you remember, I made for Taylor. These are the patterns I used, and I used these for the Chunky Monkey, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I used the Sirdar. I didn't do the hood. I just cast it on, like it picked up like I was going to make the hood, but I didn't. I made the collar instead, which was lovely. So that's one of them. That one. Then I made that one. Did I make this one in Chunky Monkey as well? Pink? Yeah. And then that one, where obviously you can see you get the hat to go with it.
Starcraft.
Yeah, sorry. 8361.
And what I'll do is I'll put all the links for these patterns and the yarns. Well, I'll just put the link to Wool Warehouse, Knitting in a Box, and Black Sheep Wools. I'll put their links, and then you just click on the link and go and find what you're looking for. But for the patterns and the wool that we've shown, the yarn that we've shown you, I will actually put the links for them.
Now I use this pattern for the hats to go with them two cardies, and all I did was I made the brim bigger so it could turn up, and then I adapted the pattern to the pattern that was on the cardies. So for the pink one, I did 3, didn't I?
Yeah.
I did 3 cables, and then for the other one that I made, I just did the whole of the pattern that was off the cardie, which was the knit a row, purl a row, knit 1, purl 1, and then purl 1, knit 1 below. They cut that one, which I thought was a lovely pattern. So yeah, so that, but I am going to make that one as well, that cardie as well. I think that's what I'm making with the lemon for it.
Yeah.
And then I've got a Sirdar, which is 0 to 2 years, West Yorkshire.
Is it West Yorkshire Spinnet, is it? No, it's not. Sirdar.
No, Sirdar, yeah.
Sirdar.
Sirdar Snuggly.
Sirdar Snuggly.
Yeah, it's saying to use Sirdar Snuggly.
Yeah.
And then on their pattern, it's different colours for each size that you use. And that's that one. And then they show you them in the 4 different colours that they recommend to use.
That is beautiful, that
It is lovely, isn't it? It is beautiful.
Yeah.
That'd be nice as another pram, but for the summer.
Yeah.
For the summer with it being so thin. Have you got that one down?
Yeah, I've got that one.
And then I've got a little girl's one. Well, you can actually go on. You can either go on Ravelry and look on Ravelry for them, or if you put in Sirdar have a page online where you can find. And then I thought this one was so cute for a little girl. Isn't it?
Oh,
absolutely
adorable.
Beautiful. Look at it. How adorable is that? And that's Sirdar 5317. And then they always recommend, they always have on it 4 different colours.
Yeah.
Try these shades. Baby pink, lilac, mint and lemon. And then they show you them knitted up.
Beautiful.
I like this little trim on there.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't
to
it?
match, yeah. It's beautiful. Just plain, simple. But
Yeah.
that just
kind of
lovely.
finishes it off for a little girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is
And
that it?
then, no, I think I've got some chunky one. Oh, and then this double knit one, obviously Kinko. And you get the little waistcoat. Five eight.
Yeah, got it.
And I made that one as well. I've made that one. But you also get the jumper pattern as well. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
You'll also get the jumper pattern and a tank top and a little waistcoat, Gillet, with the booties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinko patterns are really well worth investing in.
Yeah. And you can always adapt them as well to whatever pattern you want, can't you?
Yeah.
And then I've got another one I made. I think I made this for our Angia when she was a baby. And it's a little girl's one. 15p. Listerly.
Oh my God. I knitted a couple of them.
Yeah. They were just something that you could, I think you could knit that in a day, couldn't you?
Oh God, yeah.
While you were nesting, ready for the baby to come.
Yeah.
I think I made loads of them.
All colours, white, blue, pink.
15p.
I know, 15p.
How much did you pay now? Yeah. And then I've got 2 chunky ones if you want to make, if you don't like knitting with Aaron, because some people don't. I've got a James C. Brett one, which is a chunky. Now you say I don't like them colours. I don't think that does that justice.
No.
But I would make that. That would look gorgeous in a baby colour.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. In like Wendy.
Oh yeah.
Wendy do all, because we saw it the other day, didn't we? A lovely baby pink. Oh my God, it was gorgeous. That'd be nice. Because I don't think every pram.
You see, and that's what we mean when the yarn doesn't do the actual pattern justice.
Yeah.
For us, I think that would have looked nicer.
I think that's more for an older child.
You know, kind of. I just don't know. I don't think I would put that colour on a baby, if I'm all honest.
No. So if you imagine that one, that in that baby pink or that blue.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hold on, let me get it.
And say that.
Yeah.
Like a baby colour. Obviously
really
that's
nice.
double knit, but if that's a chunky pattern.
Yeah. Which one's that one? Oh, Peter Gregory. Oh my God, that's an old one as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you have any, like, I think I bought that from Widnes Market, a stall in Widnes Market.
Yeah.
A couple of, you know, if you shop around and, you know, if you go to a market and there's a wool store, I always have a look at her patterns to see what she's got. Even like if I've looked and she's had stuff, and now I think she gets used to me and she just goes, oh, there's nothing new being added. I go, okay, thank you. I still have a little look just in case I missed something last time. But yeah, we have like in Widnes there's two stalls, Widnes Market, that have yarn. Yeah.
So we hope that all that we've discussed is being helpful.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you've got any questions with regard to baby yarn, baby sizes, etc., just leave a comment. And
and mostly, like, if you're an experienced knitter, you can adapt some of them plain cardies to add your own pattern.
Yeah.
Like that little Disley one, you could adapt that onto a plain baby's double knit cardi.
Yeah.
Couldn't you?
Yeah. But then again, if you're new to knitting and baby, you know, kind of the patterns are self-explanatory, you know, and one of the tips that I would highly recommend, if you're new to making baby, read the pattern first.
Yeah.
Don't just go gung-ho into starting it. Read it. Read what the instructions say. Read the abbreviations, what they mean, and if you're not sure, just Google them. You know, if you go onto YouTube and put knit to, or what does PSS? How do you do PSSO, which is pass slip stitch over?
They'll show you.
There's that much information on YouTube on doing these abbreviation stitches. If you don't know how to do them, they're there to help. And
the other thing I'd say as well is pencil. Go to circle round what size you're going to make, because I make that mistake now with wearables I make. I'll come here, sit there down, and I'll go, oh my God, what size am I making? So now I circle. Use a pencil and I circle everything so I know what size I'm on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pencil in what size you're going to use, and then you'll know, because you may be deciding that you want to make two separate sizes, say like a 16 and an 18. You might have made the 16 and be on the 18 and forget and go and be doing your 16 mark. Do you know what I mean? And using a pencil is so easy to rub out, isn't it?
Yeah, than a pen.
Yeah. Especially if it's a ball pattern and not.
And also have a little notebook.
Yeah.
Have a little notebook.
Yeah.
With your knitting pattern, and that, and you know, you can just jot down any, you know, a notebook and pencil. We always have them, don't we?
Yeah.
With our knitting.
To mark our rows off.
Yeah.
Especially one of them I was making, and I needed to decrease, didn't I? And I kept getting it wrong, and I thought, why don't you just use a pen and paper? Because I remember finding a book of my mum's, and I sat there and I read it. It was like a story, wasn't it? She'd literally written each row out of what she needed to do.
Yeah. And we're just kind of, I must admit, I'm really a pen and paper, and I'd rather have a pattern in my hand than on the on the apps, on the knitting apps. No.
I get stuff and it goes down onto me knit thing, and then I get it printed out then.
Yeah.
So I've got the pattern. It's all there in my library, and I'll print it out when I'm ready. Yeah.
So that's all from us this week.
Yeah.
There will be one next week where we'll do a roundup of April.
Yeah, because I have actually finished 2 things.
Yeah.
Which I'm quite shocked at. Yeah.
And I've finished 4.
Yeah.
And then we'll show you what we're working on this month, what we hope to achieve this month, which is going to be fun. So thank you all so very much for all your comments, for your thumbs up. Even if you can't leave a comment, leave a thumbs up. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to click the bell icon.
Yeah. And if you have a favourite baby pattern,
share
it in the comments with us.
Yeah.
You know
who is it? James C. Brett, Stylecraft, Sirdar.
And what the number is.
So we can go and check it out as well.
Yeah. Maybe I can use it to knit.
Yeah. I was saying to June, I looked in my baby pattern folder and I haven't got one. I've got baby blankets, but that's about it.
Yeah. And I think I've only started them up because I've been having to make baby stuff, haven't I?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So that's all from us for today. Take care, everybody.
Stay safe.
But more importantly, guys, be kind to you. And we will see you
in the next one.
Bye.